I just did put up a video of myself playing a Samba pattern and playing ideas on top of it, which you should check out. It's got a bunch of hits too. It's only a few days old. Uh, but you're one of the students who actually create videos. You actually create your own loops, which I was surprised at. I figured you'd grab those loops from the internet, but you created them yourself. Really cool. And so you'll take ideas that you're developing and starting to play roll strokes. So yeah, I'll put that on the drums. See, that's what you do, and you experiment, and you start to learn what's working and what isn't working, right?
Yep.
And so, and I really, it doesn't matter. Typically, the manufacturers of electric drums recommend that you don't use the felt side of your beater on the bass drum mesh pad.
Yeah.
Counterintuitive. And here I'm set up that way. It's the hard plastic, but so it's going to have a particular sound. I'm not triggering any sound, so it doesn't feel very musical to me.
Yeah.
Bass drum, so I'm playing by feel, but that's okay. You'll be able to do that, and then the engineer can have you trigger multiple. He can decide how he wants that bass drum to sound if it's an electric situation, for instance. They can do that with acoustic drums now, of course. They can do all kinds of things. Right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we've talked about. I had you working on some very simple things last week. The Spivak exercise where I had you playing. Let's see. I'm just gonna make sure I know what I'm talking about in terms of tempos. Exactly what's going on. So that would be right here. And so you were playing the Spivak 6/8, 52, right? And in that you're only using one hand. The right hand is akin to it's just been a little bit of a nemesis for you. The right hand starts to become a quarter note triplet, right? And so we did that. And then 4/4 you were at 66, each note to click. So if we were just to take a look at the Spivak 6/8, because we were just talking about that, I think the idea of a teacher not playing for a student doesn't make sense. You're supposed to inspire a student and demonstrate things and have them be able to see it visually and hear it in real time. That's my take, but every teacher, what did I say? What's 52? 52?
52, yeah.
Okay, so I've got my Toronto CN Tower globe.
Nice.
That's what that is. Okay. So I'm just making motions for every note. Now you remember we talked about this idea that it might not be it might not be appropriate to refer to what the feet are doing as a throw. But I'll tell you what, it's all an ankle turn, and that's what a throw is. It's all a wrist turn. So, in a sense, they're very much the same. I'm going to turn this way, right? And then I'm going to turn this way, this way, this way. I can make a note going up, and I can make a note going down. Okay? Just like the hands, so that we're making motions. And you're so close to the surface you can't help but make a note. See? You can make a note going this way, and you can make a note going that way. You get that going, right? So this way, and a note that way. This way, and that way. This way, that way. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Okay. So right now, I'm making a little, would you call it a downstroke? And then the measurement on it. About the right time. Now the hands are working in a particular way. And the motions, when I go to play an accent in the hands, it feels very much, it's all a wrist turn or an ankle turn. Very simple. Now, we did talk about you learning to turn your wrist, and we'll talk a little bit more about that today. And because of your injury, you mentioned that you feel as though traditional is more comfortable right now.
Mm.
Do you want me to hip you to a little bit of traditional grip today?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. See, it doesn't look too bad. You're hitting right in the center. And it's a little bit unfortunate that I'm so far away from the pad, from the camera. I can find another way to get closer, even though you won't see my face. I could do something like this. Let's see. You can't see. Well, this is cool because big fan of the traditional grip. This thing's a little dusty. You go over to Dick Wilson's for a feet lesson, and half the first half an hour, because he pull out his bass drum from underneath the grand piano, and he'd spend the first half an hour dusting off his bass drum. I mean, that place was cobweb city and dusty. Pretty charming, actually. See, that's not quite working. Let's see how can I do this? Out of your way. More like that. Like that. I'm not touching this camera because I finally got a setup that seems to work. I guess I could do it like this. What's going on here? Now this is a pretty special pad, by the way. Find a better way to do it. Like that, maybe. Oh, I'm on top of a CD that I use as a lift from when I want to be in traditional grip. So this would be here, kind of thing. Okay. That'll kind of work. It's a little makeshift, but okay. So this is Dick Wilson's. I'm a little high too. Right now. And this is Dick Wilson's original stand, and it's become, the threads have worn out, so I can't, not quite in the right position. Okay, so what we've got going is we've got the left is the right hand on the side. Okay. And so what's different about the left, and it becomes a little complex in certain ways, but in other ways it's easier, interestingly. And what makes it so easy is that there's this built-in fulcrum. You've got the crotch of the thumb. This is the pad that Dick Wilson used to play when he was teaching. And it's a rather quiet pad, and that way you could hear the students on the old red Ludwig pad. And this is really thick rubber. It's a really beautiful pad, actually. right? Many students wanted to take this to a factory and kind of duplicate the rubber, but he wouldn't let it out of sight. Out of sight. So you've got this built-in fulcrum. Okay? Yeah, just open up your hand. Yeah. Now, in a way, sometimes like the drill so grip on it, in some ways, has provided me insight with regards to the match grip. So it's kind of cool to know this, and I get that, right? And the distinction, yeah. There you go. See how built in that fulcrum is. Now, Dick would say the thumb lies down. You don't counterbalance. You don't push down forward. It just lies down. Okay. And now at the right, it is turning thusly, correct? It turns this way. See, and you notice, and the hands with no stick in my hand, the fingers open from the wrists, all that stuff.
Right.
Now hold on, let's do that together. So you come up like this, and then you'd go down like that, and you come up like this, and you go down like that. It's good. Okay. Now the left it's the right hand on the side. I'm not looking quite at the camera. There. It's the right hand on the side. So if we're in matched, so no stick in your hand for a minute. So we were in matched, the hands would look like this, right? Correct? Now just turn the left on the side, or rotate it to the side. Okay. Now, so what we get is the same stuff is happening when we require rebounds, for instance. You know, there is this feeling of the hand opening. Often it's a tiny, there's no lifting right now. We're not making a throw. It just would open so tiny, right? For a rebound, not typical, depending on the speed and the volume and so on. But it's just this very tiny thing, and whether you know it or not, you can't even see it. But the other fingers are opening, tiny bit, right? And that's without a stick in my hand. With a stick, you're holding, so everything is even smaller. Okay. Now the left does the same thing. But the left is on the side, so it goes this way. There you go. See? And now you have a bend here, a little bend, and then it comes back. Goes that way, and then it comes back. Come on back now. You see? It's the right hand on the side. Now, it seems to me, this is somewhat confusing, and we all wish Richard Wilson was around so we could talk to him about these subtleties. But the left hand rotates. That means the radius has to cross over the ulna. Now, when I studied back in Toronto with a gentleman by the name of Stan Perry, I studied with Stan. I don't know if I've ever given him a shout out. I don't know if he's around, but hi Stan, if you're around, thanks for everything. And I remember he had he had a Ludwig book. Ludwig would put out a promotional magazine of sorts. It was not as large as a regular magazine, but it was maybe bi-yearly or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
And I remember reading, and Stan switched me over to, switched me over to match, because as that Ludwig book stated, you use more muscles playing in matched. So therefore it's a stronger grip. I went to my lessons with Dick Wilson. One of the first things I asked, I said, so would that be true? And he goes, no, that's not true. It's the opposite, Kevin. You're using more muscles in traditional, because in traditional, the radius has to cross over the ulna. In matched, that doesn't happen. So there are more, see, it's not about this finger thing where you're using more muscles, because whatever that thinking is, the grip is very neutral. Set it and forget it. And it's all about rotating, which Richard would also, Dick Wilson would call this a turn, but we're rotating, right? Like turning a door handle, he would say.
Right.
And so you're using all these muscles back here, and you need to stretch them out a little bit, because if you haven't played this way before, there'll be a little stretching required, but not a big deal. And over here, we don't have those muscles needing to rotate over or around the bone. So now at a certain point, there is this idea of especially when it gets quieter, there is this idea of now it's not maybe a rotation, but would be a little turn. See how my wrist is turning. I'm like turning in this way. So maybe we want to make a distinction between rotation and turning. So you have that little turn. Right? But you see how the fingers therefore are opening. Now the other way it's more obviously similar to matched is in making this throw. Because in matched, when we make a throw, we turn this way, and then we turn this way. Okay? We get that natural motion. In traditional, same thing applies. See, you can see my wrist has turned. See, they're the same that way. Okay?
Right.
And then we do that. Also, there's the squeeze and release. Fingers are a little more open. Marie would say the first finger is like in traditional, is like it's the open, close. It's like the right hand middle finger. I'm open and then closed. Open, closed. It's tiny, but I'm more open here. Open, close, open, close, open, close. So they're the same, essentially, because it's all wrist. Okay?
Yeah.
So when we go to simply turn, or in other words, what I'm trying to say is play singles, it seems like all that stuff applies. Here I am playing just singles. Now, you try that. Notice the left hand, it's a built-in three-finger grip, isn't it? That's if you keep the middle finger crooked and off the stick, but you would. So show me how you would turn up in the left for a single. Okay? And then in the right, how would you turn up? Your left went down, it didn't have to, but that's fine. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, now just play some singles. No, it doesn't matter what tempo it is. Now make sure your left is turning as high as the right.
Yeah, I still don't have too much range of motion. I'm gonna keep it low there.
Well, let's see what's going on. I don't have to play fast. I want to feel it myself. I'm in a bit of a funny position that I'm sitting much higher than I typically would. So they lift it up and let it come back down. Not bad. What Dick would probably might have you do is just crook the middle finger and it's just floating, it's just going along for the ride. You don't have to clamp it down on the stick. Sometimes I do find it bumping into the stick. And he was kind of pretty relaxed about that. He didn't but it should be kind of crooked and off the stick. And then you've got your baby finger. Yours look really good. I hate to even mention it. It's just kind of crooked in. It comes away from the ring finger, ever so kind of like yours. There's nothing weird going on in here. Again, it's all the same stuff. We close our hand, just like I've shown you, and now we're in traditional. Yeah, it looks good. You look good.
So now, comparing, like, say, the three finger, what are you focusing on over here is comparatively to like this three finger do the thumb thing? Is there a comparative
Great question. See,
thing over here?
that's a sign of a good student. Well, there's a slot over here in traditional grip too, isn't there? It's right through here. See, I feel it wanting to run through there.
So you've kind of, that's more your third finger kind of here,
I don't,
maybe?
Murray would say that in traditional, the first finger is mimicking the middle finger. But this is where it's confusing because the middle finger in the matched is underneath the stick.
All right, so yeah, so you're figuring that's more.
But when you go from a release to a squeeze, you'll feel that squeeze in the middle finger. See, this is why it's kind of cool. The left can give you insight. You'll feel the squeeze primarily in the middle finger, with the fourth and fifth following, but it's in the middle finger. And in traditional, when you go to make your downstroke with the squeeze, you'll feel that change of pressure or the squeeze in the first finger, coming towards the thumb. Now that's the fulcrum, the crotch of the thumb. So Dick would say that in matched, the fulcrum energizes, right? The first finger and guide are firm, comfortable, and constant. In traditional, so the guide is neutral and the middle finger energizes in matched. In traditional, it's the guide that energizes and the fulcrum, the thumb, crotch of the thumb, remains neutral, right? So if you put the stick down on the surface, thusly, and you just bend forward and let the fingers open, you don't have to pull it up or anything, just leave it there and bend forward. Come on, bend. How far can you bend? No, it's not quite happening, huh? You're just going up and round, and what are you doing? I want you to go sideways, like you did when... Interesting. See, the first finger elongates, like the fingers, all the fingers elongate. You're not elongating. Okay, this is cool. Now you've run into an impediment. I'll fix this in just a sec. Watch. Take the stick out of your hand. It's turning it into a traditional. It's cool though. Clearly.
Yeah, it's good to know. Even if I don't get on it, it's good to know.
Well, you're a need to know kind of guy. That's cool. There. See, your fingers are elongating. There. That's it. Now just stay open. Stay open right there, and just slide the stick in your hand. See what it feels like. Yeah, I know. Come on, you have to close around it. Leave it open. Yeah, just stick the stick in there. See what? Just has to lay on the middle finger, or the ring finger. Sorry. Okay? And then see, your ring finger's open too. Open up your ring finger. That's the one that's right under the stick, and the stick is going to be sitting right in between the first and second knuckle. Is it? Not on the tip. And get the stick over the center.
What, say again?
Okay. First, get the stick over the center of your pad. There you go. Now, I can have my ring finger really open, and but it's sitting right in here. Sitting, here it's not on the tip. It's sitting just behind the first knuckle. So open up that fourth a little more. Elongate it. Just open it. There you go. Open it. There you go. Don't go to the tip. Don't go to the tip. Now let your first finger lie down on the stick, elongated. Let it, come on, just keep it open, almost straight. Almost straight. Yeah, there you go. Now you're more open. And then if you turn your wrist back in the original direction, the fingers will close. You're not going up and down. Put your hand on the stick, so you won't. And go this way. Come on. Open your hand up. Open the finger. Yeah, there you go. Bend your wrist to do it. Come on. Bend towards The tip of the stick, you can't go up, it has to bend. Just bend. Bend. Like you did when you didn't have a stick. And now come back. Okay, now just come up above the stick, you can just leave it there. And just come up again and learn what this feels like. There. And you don't have to come forward very much, it just goes sideways, but okay, see? Open, and then you come close. That's it. Now, can you do that? Can you just do that? Not even like just hovering with the stick in the hand somewhere, but just like there's no stick. You're just doing this, and then you can stick there. Yeah. Now do that down here somewhere underneath, just under this. Just open your hand up like there's no stick. Yeah. Now do it with like almost, and then it comes. But there you start to happen. Yeah. You bend forward. Come on. You've got to let the first finger open up, like you did when there was no stick. Let it open. Don't stop trying to hold on to it. Let it go. So you have to release. Then you squeeze. Release. Squeeze. And the thumb stays laying down. So all the other fingers, see the thumb remains, it's swiveling a little bit, but it's just laying here. And then you are more open or you're more closed. So that if you were going to make a throw, you'd do this and pronate, or there, let the first finger open up more. Straighten it out a little, just straighten it. There, you're open. Let the thumb lie down. Let the thumb lie down. There, so come on, a little further back. Just let it lie down. Don't send it forward. Let it lie down flat. And further back, a little further back. No, the other direction. There. It runs into like the second knuckle of the first finger kind of thing. There, you got it. You're bent and you're up and you're open. Now you turn up and come down and close. There. You got it. Now do it again. Up. And then it closes, right? It's like you're flicking water from your finger. Now you have to, just like in the right, you have to turn up. You have to rotate up, turn up higher, turn higher.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have much. I can't get too much.
Yeah, okay, that's hurting your hand. But that.
Yeah. I gotta take it a little gentle right now, but.
Okay, that's good. But can you turn some slow motion higher? What would it look like at the top? Wait a minute. See, at the top, I don't think it would come down right away, would it? Not right away, no. You have to get up to the ceiling, not let your arm come crashing down. Yeah, there you go. There, see, you can do it, and then let the whole thing collapse. There. That's like a throw. Turn up high, don't have to push it. Turn up higher and feel what it feels like and stop in the air. Don't come down there. Okay, now this is heading towards where you can learn something in the right, okay? And that is not too bad, man. First traditional lesson. So, what we've got going here? Did I change position somehow? I want to be closer. I guess back here. So what we have happening? Yeah. See. So now I'll show you this. Okay. So let's just make small little turns, like an inch. Don't put your first finger in the right. Just all the fingers move together with the rest. Okay, now turn higher. Stop. See, this is going to help you right. Okay. That's not it. All you're doing is keeping your arm locked down here at the floor, forearm, hands, and turning higher. But that's not what happens. This technique is all wrists. It doesn't mean that the arms don't move. How are we going to really get any any height. If you don't allow your arms to follow, this is as high as you can go.
Hmm.
That's as high as you, so you can't play very loud. Now you have to use muscular force, and you're banging. This technique, we get volume from height of turn. So that once, here, do this with me in your right. I'll teach it to you in your right first. Okay. So we're here, and we're going to turn up. No, just really slowly, like a half inch. Now an inch, an inch and a half, 2 inches, maybe 3. Keep turning up, turn up. Okay, now the arm wants to start to follow. Let the forearm come up. Turn up high, let the forearm come up. Let it come up, look at mine. Let it come up, keep turning. Keep turning your wrist, don't just bump the forearm. There you go, there you go. Stop, you're perpendicular. There, see? And now you're going to turn your wrist towards the surface, and the arm is going to follow back down. Do it. There you go. You've got twice the volume now. There you go. Let it follow. Keep turning your wrist. See, it's a wrist turn. Now turn your wrist in the other direction. The whole thing will reverse. Yeah, you don't have to rush on the way down. Just take your time. Clunk. Clunk. There you go. See? Now in traditional, the same thing. Yeah, you got it, dude. No, don't. I know Murray does in the throw. See, is that what Murray does in the throw? He has Louis make an up. He has Louis make an upstroke, and he goes. Now you're going to cock your wrist, and see, there it is. First, you have to make your little tap. Okay. Now you're going to cock your wrist, and the forearm is going to start to follow it. It's up. And then right about there, he says, he's not quite perpendicular to the floor. Louis is a little bent forward. He hasn't come up quite that high. Bend forward, just there. Yeah, I like that your arm followed. And he says, but we did it in slow motion. Now the butt end's away from the ball, which it probably would be without you even thinking about it, if you came up in real time. He goes, and now you're going to cock your wrist again. Let the arm follow. Come on, cock your wrist. Turn your wrist. Let the arm come up. Look at my elbow, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like this. Let it come up. Let it go. Let the arm, there. Now you're in that Louis Belson position. We can't see it, but I know you are. And then, because now you can add thrust. There you go. See it? It's a throw. And that's what happens. It feels like you're throwing something, but not really letting go of it.
Right.
But you let go of it, and that's beautiful. Okay. So on the left, how will that work? It's already helped your throw too, hasn't it?
Mm.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so first we're going to rotate like a half an inch, and then we're going to rotate some more. And right about now, I start to feel my arm get involved. Come on, let the arm come up. Keep rotating. Come on, let it come up. Look, I'm higher than you. Come on.
That's about all I got today.
Oh, yeah, but let your arm come up, because yeah, let it come up. All right, yeah, there you go. That's it. See, elbows a little forward. You're getting it with the forearm. You don't have to stretch your hand very much. It alleviates any need to stretch it, really, kind of, maybe. And then now you're up. Now the middle finger, the first finger, like the middle finger in the left. And now the middle finger can add thrust if you want it to. You don't have to, because it'll close on its own. It'll add thrust without you even doing it. And see, so the first finger in the left is open and ready to squeeze. All the fingers are open and ready to squeeze, and you're just going to come down. Like that. Ta-da! Very good, dude. See, that's what a throw is. Now Dick Wilson wanted it to be even bigger. So he would go up, and here's the gooseneck that everyone complains about. He would go up more. He might even come up to here. I've seen him do that. I don't know if I have video of him doing it. So my stick is almost straight here. Yeah, let it all come up. There you go. See how the arm will follow? Now you're really going to come up high, and you won't be able to see me. Now that you're up, now you have to turn and let everything follow up to here. Forearm too would go higher. Now you're way up in the air, and you're open, and you're ready to squeeze, and boom, it's all gonna come. There you go, man. Okay, so we just improved your playing quite a bit. Yeah, it's neat. It's a beautiful thing. Dick loved the traditional grip. He said, if I started playing again, I'd probably play traditional.
Yeah.
There's something charming about you can never quite get them to sound exactly the same. It runs through.
Yeah, definitely different feeling.
It
We'll,
runs
we'll,
right. So I'm just going to pause for just a moment, but that was
yep.
cool, dude. Here you
Nice.
go. Yeah. Here you go. Oops. Okay, so you should be able to hear me now.
Yeah, yep.
Which is a lot to consider. So I want to feel. I know I want to feel this, and in the left. See, I just want to. It's all the same. There it is. See, so I've been forward and the left every time I go to release. I'm heading for it. Okay, and I play a samba in the feet. I put up a video where I'm doing stuff like that, as I mentioned. You should check it out, because it'll relate to this lesson. So, or I can just be playing, speed back, right? Groups of five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So I'm playing over the bar line in groups of 5s and 7s. You put those on the toms or cymbals, and you start to play some roll strokes, and it starts to, and then hopefully you're hearing music in your head, or you're playing to music, right? And so this samba pattern is kind of cool, and I think you'd have fun working on it, and you'd probably create a solo using it. And then,
Yeah.
so we're going to be using the same stuff, right? The difference is we can only come up so high, and then we leave the pedal. If we were going to follow it up as we did, in terms of turning, how would that work? You turn up, and then you see how the ankle doesn't have as much, but at a certain point you'd be following it up, I guess, with the leg. Huh? And Dick would say, when you're playing feet, you're going to be stomping and slamming, although, right? I guess, you're going to do, but really, if we're looking for pristine, Spivakian, Wilsonian technique, we're looking for a certain kind of the pantaloon technique. Okay. So we're trying to get these motions happening, right? We leave. Now I'm getting in the way of the view. So now we're going to leave. It's fun having Dick Wilson's padding. I don't mind that. Okay, but see, we're going to roll up. Here you go. And wait, in the right. Roll up and roll down. Don't quite let your heel touch. In the left, roll up. Get the ball of your foot on the pedal. You'll notice that we're getting some kind of, we don't call it a squeeze and release. Dick would say the feet are easier because we're not dealing with the fingers. So even though there is some sort of, there's the relaxation of a release, because my toes open up on the way up, tiny bit, and then they seem to come together on the way down. So there's that relaxing, I guess that you could call that a release. Would you call this a squeeze? You're not squeezing anything. There's no stick, so. But in that sense, they're the same. Yeah, see, it's nice and smooth and lovely. Now, what Dick would have a student do, what he had me do, is, I guess the left is a little easier for everyone to see, but while you're heel up, and I'm dealing with an injury here from as a passenger in a car accident years ago that we don't want to even, I'm not even going to think about it right now, because I can still play, thank goodness. Okay. I have more limited range of motion if I'm flat-footed. This seems to work okay. All right, so what Dick would have you do is he'd have you, now I'm just off the surface, whether you can see that or not. I'm at the floor, a half an inch away from the surface, and so I'm going to make a tap up. See if I can do it. Tap, tap, I'm making taps going up and down. There, see? Tap up, tap up, tap up, tap down, tap down, tap down. Tap up and down. Tap up, up, down, down, up, you get it? Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, down. Hey? Now you can leave the beater on the surface or not. You're just going to make little taps. See if you can do that. You can put the beater on the surface. It might be easier for you, actually. And now make a little heel up, and make a little tap, and go up, and wait, half an inch. A tiny little turn as you go up. Go ahead. There you go. Now do it again and go up again. You have to make another little tiny turn. Almost. Now one more. There you go. Now on the way down, you're going to make a little tap and come down a little. You can just let the weight of your legs rest on the pedal with the beater resting on the head, and then you can, oh, I didn't do it. There, come down again. Make a little turn and let the leg fall. From the ankle, following the ankle. There you go, and let's see if we can do one more. Oh, I didn't. Right. There. There. So when we go to play this Samba pattern, what I'm doing, let's see. Yeah, I'm playing 2 down. Down, 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 down. Roll up and go down. Roll up and go down. Gotta get 2, you gotta time it. If you roll up, down, down. Roll up, down, down. Roll up, down, down. Roll up, down, down. Almost, Jason. And the left foot is just going down. Roll up, down. Roll up, tap. So it's 1 tap. But the pattern, you have to get the pattern. The pattern is like the Certo drum. And they leave that open. To-doom, 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 to-doom. So the second note is more open and therefore sounds a little bit more exaggerated. So you're not just going to-dum. da dum, cha da dum. You're going cha da doom, cha da doom, cha da, to get the flow of what would be a more authentic samba pattern. Okay, so they don't kick you out of the country. You would be careful. And by the way,
Yeah.
you know, the the white guy from Canada, I don't know. Well, my mother was Jewish, so just saying. saved by saved by that ethnicity. Okay, so yeah, to do. So
What's the count actually? So how are you counting that? So,
another very good question. I was I'll get your following your question. And so it's one typically we could play it in cut time and as eighth notes, but I'm thinking one and a two and a three and a four and a one, two and a three and a four and a one. So the before each number gets a note. So go ahead and count it out loud.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
You gotta roll up though. You gotta be going down for both those notes. Playing it all stiff and weird with moving your leg won't get you where you're gonna want to go because your hands are gonna be moving in a similar way, and there won't be cohesiveness between the motions in the body.
So it's in 1
No. One and two and one and two and one. Two
1
and
and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2
not bad, not bad.
1 and 2 and
Okay.
1 and 1 and
Now what will happen is we just play it singly. Speeding up a little bit. Okay. One, two, and one, and two, and one, and two, one, two. Do this. And two, and one, and two, one. Let's play singles right now. One and two. So the hands are just doing this. Now remember what I told you about a wrist turn. Go ahead and play louder now. Go and play louder. No, see? Look at my right hand. Just stop for a sec. Look, see my arm's following. See my arm moving? You're down here doing this, and I'm letting the thing be free. I'm following it up. And in the left, watch. The left goes up like this. See? So when I'm turning that loud, I had to think about it for a second, didn't I? See, now I've got four things to think about. Okay, there it is. There it is with a throw. See how solid that is? How powerful that is?
Yeah.
Very relaxed. Okay? So, right now, you have to decide how high you're going to turn it and what the heck is going on with your wrist turns. Is the arm really following? At what point do you start to feel the arm become engaged? I do in around there. And by the way, even right here, I can feel the potential for it to be engaged in both hands. I can feel this potential in the left. I can feel this potential in my right. See? Here, it's just turning. So I know it's there, even when I'm here. Right? So go ahead and try it again. Just play singles now. Show me how high you're going to turn. So we know that you've got the wrist turns happening.
1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and
Pretty
2.
good. Now add the feet.
2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and
You got to keep them going.
1 and 2. How's it going?
Yeah, and so you got to figure out now what's happening. So the two rights in the foot will be connected to a left preceding a right in the hands. Yeah, like that.
1 and 2 and 1.
And what hand will the right? What hand will the left foot come down on?
1 and
2.
1 and 2.
It comes down with the right hand, doesn't it?
So
The left is coming down with the right. That's it.
1 and 2.
You got to keep the left turning.
Yeah. So
1
and 2
No.
and
Just take your time.
yeah, I was like so 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 1 and so
We can play this.
1 and 2 and 1
1 and 1 and 1 and 2. Well, okay. That means the metronome's a half note. 1 and 2. 1 and so the metronome is landing on the 1 and the and. I'm just trying to figure out ways to slow it down for you so you can feel it.
yeah.
So if the metronome is a half note and you're counting 1 and the metronome is at 40. 1 and okay.
1 and 2
Or we could just put the metronome to keep it simpler. We could maybe it would be easier for you to do this. 1, but you're real slow. 1 and 1 and 2 and 1. So every 16th note count gets a click. Do that. It's metronome on at 60. You have your, you got there. Cool. Very cool.
1 and 2
You're not doing what I said, but okay. So the metronome is on every 1 and every and, every number and every and. This is what you were doing there. You sped it up.
No, 1 and 2 and 1 and
There you go.
and 1 and
Just add the, just get the bass drum. 2
and
1 and 2. You got it.
1 and 2 and
Got it. You got it.
2 and 1.
Okay. Now on the and in the right, put your left foot with the hi hat.
And 2
Click.
1 and
Click.
2
Got it.
and 1 and
Got it.
2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and
2 down right, 2 down to the right, roll up a little sooner, roll up in the right, and coming down. Got it. Like both elbows. Now start turning higher. Come on, let the right arm follow up. Let the left start to come up. Come on up, let your arms follow. Don't throw. Turn the rest. There, come on, turn the rest. There, don't throw. Turn high enough to get the forearm go up. There it is. Do that to the left, do that to the left. Come on, rotate and let his arm come up. Let the arm come up every time. Up, turn up. There you go. Arm like you're playing. Yeah, almost.
I lost it.
Yeah. Okay, you see how close you're in the direction of putting up a video kind of thing. Now, what would happen if we made those throws? So well, let's see if we can play this as more good. That's 92. See, I just get this going, and it just becomes, I don't have to think about it. It's on automatic pilot.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can do whatever I want here. I can play, here's Spivak. Here's the 6/8. But playing them as 1 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then I can start to improvise. Okay, start to get that. I'll play 6-stroke rolls. And see, now you can start to take the stuff you're working on with your hands and have some kind of pattern underneath it that sounds kind of cool and is idiomatic, so that when you go to play a samba with some folks, you'll know what you're doing. So can you get it up to 92 as eighth note? 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and as 16th notes. See if you can do that with your feet. Just go for it.
92?
92. We're gonna go for it. Doom, but doom, check it, check it, check it, feel it. Almost, check it, doom, check it, doom. Woo! Good left and the right. You don't have to go banging. Just be flexible with your right. See, you can get it faster. See? Even faster. Doom, chicka doom, chicka doom, chicka doom, chicka doom.
Yeah.
Right? And it starts to kind of happen.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, so you can get up to 92.
Not quite, but.
Well, you did. You got
Trail
it.
10.
And you can see it's not that big a deal once you get this feeling in your body.
Ah.
Yeah, it just goes chittadoom, 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 chittadoom. See? It's good. There it is. There it is. Now play 6. Just keep that going. Come on, keep it going. Come on. Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to have you do this week, and that's the top of your range. So you can start off at 40 and go slow as you want. So it's 1 and 2 and doom to 1 2. So we're playing it as chick. Right. The right hand will have the chick in the left. Chick. Chick. There you go. Now put an accent on every other note in the right. Accent, 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 accent.
On the foot, you saying?
Just put an accent. Play Murray.
Accent on the foot or the hand?
In the hand. We're playing Murray with the hands now. Just keep that going. You're on automatic pilot. It's nothing. Throw. It'll be upstroke to a throw. Gotta get the chick. Okay, dude. Can you play 3? Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Let's just keep the hands going and put an accent on every 3.
What is it?
Put an accent on every 3, right and left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
That's a lot of.
Okay, hold on now. Just, I know your mind is like going, woo!
Yeah, I see the potential, but it's going to take a minute.
And here's how we get to it. Without playing your feet, just show me what the pattern looks like in the hands.
What is it again? So I'm not even sure what it is.
Feedback. It's right, left, right, left, right, left. I have an accent at every 3 notes, but you got to count out loud. 1.
6, 8. 1, 2, 3.
1. No, it'll be 1 and. Got to count the 8th.
1 and.
2. No. 1 and 2 and 3 and.
1
2 and 3 and.
1 and 2 and.
There it is. So you're gonna have. That's for you. We're not gonna spend. Right?
Yeah.
That's all you're doing in the hands, and then the feet are on automatic pilot going chick goom goom, chick goom goom, chick down down, up down down, motion up down down, and the left is going foot is going up down 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 to down, check the down, check the down, check the down. So you're making 2 notes in the right, 1 starting. But you have to roll up, not making a note, and then play 2 downs, down, down. So now we're into something kind of cool in the hands. You're playing 2 downs. And in the left, you're just playing a down. Okay?
Yeah, I'm going to break that down. That's gonna take me a little.
Well, you accomplished, you were at 92, which is pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, the one thing that I did have before I met Dick Wilson was I had pretty good ankle turns, flat-footed. I played flat-footed.
Yeah.
I didn't understand these motions till I met Dick. And once I started learning what it feels like to turn my wrist in for a throw, then I was able to start to feel what that feels like in the feet. So for me, the hands helped educate my feet.
Yeah, definitely.
In this case, maybe their left traditional hand will educate your right hand. It's very interesting how different people's minds work, and we're all put together in probably in the same way, and yet the mind, what it wants to focus on and how the mind works might be different from person to person.
Yeah, make connections in different ways.
They're dealing with the same human mechanical assembly, but some people's mind will find it difficult to focus on the feet, or some people's minds will want to always be thinking right-centric,
Right.
right? And so we work with the particular mind that that we're dealing with, and
Yeah.
and then when you learn that you have a tendency to not think a certain way that is not productive, you fix it,
Yeah.
right? And this is the beauty of real art, because it's not just a head trip. We have to connect the body to the mind,
Yeah.
right? And then embrace all of that with feeling. And then you have, maybe that would be the one definition of art. Okay, I'm turning off the camera.
Cool.
All right, man. Yeah, that was cool.